Go on.
Get we me crying who you want. I want y'all boys that crying who you want. So handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go. Everybody sing go far. Whoa. Look back at they say that coming where we want. But me can't they come in where we want. Baby like they come in where we want. Nima can't they come in where we want. Basa can't they that come in where we want. Kema can't they that come in where we want. Papa we there I say that come in where we want. Regular can't they that come in where we want. My Liberian people who you want. Musability I say who you want. Mama Teresa come is who you want. I am little mona pa who you want. Ah well. CPP oh yeah. Adabe. Oh. ANC Global oh yeah. Mommy got the who you want. Papa the country that who you want. Salo country that who you want. Rebel G country that who you want. I am little Yakula who you want. But who you want. If I join your party that fall, that why you colors me. I think you colors me with everybody. My Liberian people, who you want? My Yana boss, who you want? My girl women, that who you want? My better. Bati, glow you are bati. Elizana come bati. Zekwe, CPP Zekwe, Charlene Broski Zekwe. I want, za. Party house. Stand up, well. Who you want? My Liberian people, who you want? Our market women crying, who you want? Our Yana boys are crying, who you want? Handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go. Everybody sing go far. Whoa. Look back at they say that come in where we want. But me can't they come in where we want. Baby like they come in where we want. Nima can't they come in where we want. Basa can't they that come in where we want. Kema can't they that come in where we want. Papa we there, I say that come in where we want. Regular can't say that come in where we want. My Liberian people, who you want? Musability, I say who you want. Mama Teresa come in who you want. I am little mona pa who you want. Well, CPP, oh yeah. Now who you want? I am the Yakula, who you want? A butter well, who you want? If I join your party that fall, that why you color speed, I think you color speed with everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we like to say welcome to the bottom line. This is the place where we discuss the issues, we give our views, and we analyze. While it is true that our views may not be the right thing or the wrong thing, it is our views, and exactly is what we feel. But let me say welcome to my co-host, Jamal Kamara, there in the UK. Jamal, today is Friday, eh? Welcome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We have roughly going slowly down to the hot day. The day, the D day.
The D day.
The D day will be on Tuesday. We don't have any more Tuesday. The next Tuesday will be. We got one more Tuesday to go, right?
Yeah, that Tuesday. No, but we do not have a Friday. I think that's what you mean to say.
Oh yeah, okay. We don't have a Friday. We have a Tuesday. Got one more Tuesday. The second Tuesday is a D day.
Yeah.
Then from there they will set the page to say what's going to happen. All of our Liberian elections, October 10. Can't believe it. Already after 6, we are almost there.
Let me see. Today is the the 6th of October, right? So it said the 6th to your side too. Maybe
about 4 more days to close the deal, to bring down the curtains.
Mm-hmm.
4 more days, Linfo.
It's a lot of sensation. So let's say welcome to Chadela Brown Chilope. Welcome. Please help us to share the show. But something reminds me. I don't know. I don't know if the same thing is happening to you. Like when we were kids, you're expecting some particular occasion, and then they count down. And all of a sudden,
you are eager. You are kind of. It's kind of two different feelings. You are excited. And you are, I don't know, you are excited, and I say you're in 2 different moods. You are excited, also like
kind of sense of fear. That sensation and then that excitement.
The excitement and sense of fear. The 2 things, like you're in the middle of the 2. Like you want to reach, and you don't think that what's going to happen. Yeah, I know this is what happening to many people. I live for somebody was talking to me the last, and they said they don't want to listen to the results. They want to wait after the result is announced. I said, what do you mean? I got a heart attack. Before I got a heart attack, I said, don't do that. He said, how you be following this? I'll just go to my basement and just play loud music. Oh man. I don't want to hear what happened. Nobody should. And you know what I'm gonna do? We'll put the telephone on the airplane mode. Go on, man.
Put your phone on the airplane mode so it can give you any message.
So nobody will call and say this is the result. Before they say this person leading, if it's not your party, the person on the pressure tablet. So I do understand.
But you see, that's the wrong thing to do, because if you wait until they give you the final result, so and you follow it, then you know what you expect.
Most people don't watch football. You know why is that? Because football, like, they'll be kicking, and if you're some guy, for somebody watching football, your team is missing that goal. You'll be kicking. Somebody will be kicking. And like when they're not all, like when you're a very senior or seasoned driver, you're in the driving seat. I'm the driver's seat, passenger seat of a new driver, and when you join to the curve, you'll be checking brake.
You'll be checking brake with your phone.
This is why I mean it's serious, Linfo, but it's all about Liberia, and we got to talk with fun. I don't care what we do. This October 10th is almost there. 4 days to go.
There is nothing we can do to stop October 10th.
And somebody has to win anyway. Somebody has to win.
But Jamal, while we stay doing the introductory part, there is something I see. all the politicians, all the political leaders, right? All the people are relaxed at some point. Couple of months ago, these people were relaxed. It was almost like someone that were not in the town.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but all of a sudden, man, you see everybody crisscrossing. So one old man told me something one time. He said, "Do not make your pig fat on the market day. The pig here is, you sell a pig. So
leave long time ahead and start feeding the pig, let it be eating.
Hey, be fat. So when you say it'll
Yeah.
be you make more
But you
money.
won't do it. When they say tomorrow the market day, you start stuffing the pig. Okay, I eat, you not get fat.
The big already worry. Big already got some signal that you're gonna be sold. So you will not eat enough.
So most of the politicians that were
Yeah.
hearing this, oh man, they may not campaign because they may get a number or we need to campaign. That you ain't get no more, you go campaign. But now I see everybody campaigning. Some
Oh,
people,
you know what? Speaking about that, I saw our own man, Councillor Tiago Gongola. You know, like your cross country, you could see a lot of people. You in a little open top car, you were waving, you can see a crowd of people. You know, one thing about him, anywhere, the 20 candidates, everyone there pull crowd. I don't care what you do in any category, they pull crowd.
that's
So
it.
it was just a fun. I mean, this 6 years. The good thing about it, we want to enjoy this. At the end of the day, we talk about it with fun. I mean, we all had the political, here and there, but partisan politics, we'll talk about here. But at the end of the day, we got to talk as Liberian. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
Linfo? We got to.
That's why when we see people getting at each other's throat and people abusing each other and I don't get patient for that. I quit to black them because why you wasting your time? I black you, go rest. Because once I black you, you're not coming back.
No, some people take it very personal. Like I will tell you, I got a couple of friends, very close people to me. They are in other parties that I don't support, and we discussed it. I had somebody I talked to. I had my very, very close person to me. I ranked him yesterday in Monrovia. You were talking about. He spent like 10 minutes telling me how he part of that other political party and why he think that will win. And he telling me my party should wait for 2029. And you know what I told him? I say, if your party wins, forget it. You're not getting anything from me in terms of any remittance coming across because that party will help you. Anyway, I was just out of joke. I was saying that sometimes you say this thing out of joke, but at the end of the day, somebody has to win. We all wish for Liberia to get better. This is our dreams, and we want to get better. For the past 6 years, our people really suffer. They really, really suffer, and I think whoever comes to power, I think it's between. I can see it between Cummins and Barker. And I want to conclude here, and that's where the game going to be a top football to play. They're going to be a top game to play.
Your prediction is good, but your prediction is good. Okay.
I know. Our prediction. We are already giving up. We are already filled. He's giving up already. Just putting a show.
The three top contenders in the league.
Why are you talking that? Let me roll something. Go on. I will roll that. There are three of them. The three meek and contenders. Go on, Linfo.
Yeah. So the three top contenders. That's the incumbent president. We are former VP Joe Bakai and Mr. Cummins. The three of them, they are afraid of each other. In a way, they're not sure. So I think they're doing some political calculations somewhere that maybe Mr. Cummins can say that maybe that me and Joe will go. So let me strategize this way. Then he said no. Then he calculates about Joshua had done so this money bad. I think they put for it. So maybe since the people in sympathy with JMB, maybe that me and JMB will go. And then JMB too can do the same thing. I'm not me and Joshua or that me and Coming. If me and Coming go now, then it will not be easy on me. Then,
no, not be easy.
Then JMB can also say, but they come here, they come here, I want to testify again. Suppose me and Joshua go, you come for me, so.
It's so bad to a level that live for that when you're doing these things, they fail to know that they were fighting for one country, which is Liberia, and you should not be stepping on each other too. At the end of the day, you should talk like politicians. You have, hitting not on personal, personality, do on personality. They should look at the main issues, like what you fail to address. Then I come after you on that. But if you go after you on a personal matter, that makes it bitter. That makes it a very dirty game. And this is why the politics were running Liberia was not a good politics. At the end, you can't even speak to the person. This is the worst thing, Linfo. It's very, very bad. Linfo, why are you talking? I'm trying to get hold of the picture of the presidential candidate. I think it was run by Footprint newspaper. I'm trying to see if I got something on it.
Let me get attention to it. This one is going directly to the voters. No, the voters, this thing is not rocket science. Okay? Now, listen. Something that you have not seen before is new for you. It's something that somebody needs to explain to you and say, look, you haven't seen heaven. Heaven is like this. The streets are paved with gold. And, then you'll be a little bit interesting and say, well, but I think maybe I need to see it. But something that you are seeing, that you see every day, or you are seeing before, if somebody is trying to describe it to you, you know already. So what I'm saying is that you've seen a unity party, you know how they perform for 12 years. And the same unity party that were performing for 12 years, dismally, they turned around, they broke apart within their own reign. They expelled Madam Salif. Most of the parties members left. So you should know this party is not a serious party. Voters. I mean, I'm talking to the voters. Then look at the CDC. The CDC is very here with you personally. See what they're doing. So should somebody come and explain to you why you shouldn't vote for CDC? No.
Of course not. Yeah.
Nobody's supposed to tell you do not vote for CDC because they let it. Because you see them every day. And you are seeing a United Party. But I can come to you and say, no, vote for Mr. Cummings based on what he's telling us. Then that new thing, you can say, okay, let me try the new thing. And I've always said it. If you're sick, you get that sickness, all your doctors, have tried, they can heal you. Look for the new doctor that say, I can heal you. But don't say, I don't know him. You don't know him, so you prefer to die. And this is where our
you are right about that. You know what happened? Like somebody came, always quote this guy called Mobile Yoba. He came on the show, he told us, we have three people. The present, the past, and the future. The person is George Weah. You've seen it, you've done it wrong. He gave you all the opportunity, says yes, he failed. His school car is filled. Red. The other person was there for 12 years. He said, I sat there at the back of the car. I was a race car. I mean, a very speedy car. They kept me in the garage for 12 years. I can't do anything, but you did not get up to dust up yourself and work. You sat there, you casting blame on somebody else. Then the person, oh yeah, they did wrong. I was not part of it. But you associate yourself with all the good things, yeah, the person did. But you're telling me that the person did not do well, but you say you flunk and also misconduct, that the word they always use against him. They had opportunity, but they did not talk about it. So why did not resign? So that is the past. The present is Joe. We are the future is Mr. Cummings. He has no record. He did not do anything wrong. The past record he has as a corporate leader, he proved himself right. He can do it better for Liberia. So this is what we're saying. Three things: the present, the past, and the future. This is all we have, and we need to deal with it.
Yeah.
If we don't want to accept that, probably we'll come back again. We'll be saying the same thing, Linfo. After some years, we'll come back again. I hope not. Where we'll be talking about you made a wrong decision, and we don't want to be talking the normal says here. So we are shouting out here to let you know, make a right decision. Like my colleague just said, make the right decision. Do not let us go back to where we were 6 years ago. I mean, we've been there for 6 years, so don't get back into that 6 years, please. Change your mind and vote the right person, which is Mr. Cummings.
And every platform I listen to with CDC and United Party people arguing, the only argument I hear is they throw accusations at each other. Oh, you were there for 12 years. Why you didn't do? You're corrupt. Then they start calling some sums. So, and Liberian people listening to this thing, there are two parties that have ruled. One is ruling now, and one has ruled in the past for 12 years. Yeah. Okay, and every time you hear the two of them arguing, the only thing they're boasting of is how they corrupt, how they stole from you, and who did the worst corruption, and the people like that you want to vote for again. So tell me something. Something must be wrong with you to always want to. If you got bitten by snakes somewhere, then you go there, you see some blighting lane, and you start putting your hand. If I'm looking for the head, so you can put your hand in the hole.
Are you crazy to do that? But you said that thing, very just like the issue with Mr. Cummings and Mr. Boakai. They're asking the man to be his vice president. Vice president, the men know what he did to me when I even and they were running in one party.
Yeah.
They were in one party, CPP. What he did. If I just want in the meantime, I want to share this with the people. These are the people that are on the show right now. This is what the picture look like, Linfo. This is from the front page Africa. I mean, they were talking about the debate, but this we look at the faces that are on the tick ballot for on Tuesday. The three main contenders, Linford, you can see the old man with your finger. He's sure of victory.
Let me get make it bigger so you can cover us and let it see some other faces.
Put it, accept it. Make it bigger then.
Yeah. Okay. So.
You got it off. Yeah. Put it back.
Right there.
There you go.
Okay. So here they are. And to be fair, I don't know some of them. And here
you won't know them. Tony candidates, man. You don't know them. Tony candidates.
Two ladies.
Yeah, two ladies.
Yeah,
I can only say a few, but I can't even name all. country of less than 3 million people voting. They got 20%.
Let me see who I can recognize here. I recognize VP Boakai, George Weah, Mr. Cummings. Then I recognize Cyril Nyanti Beslow, and the other lady. I don't know her name there. Moniba
is there as well.
Yeah. Then the guy with the black hat. There is a guy.
Arco. That's which one? Two guy with a black hat there.
Yeah, the second row, the second row on the right.
I don't know that one. I couldn't call that.
Okay, but the huge guy near him, I think he looks like Jeremiah Wapo.
Yeah, he should be on the picture. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that because Jeremiah Wapo had not joined any party yet. But you see,
because he knew that the old man was going to disappoint. You were almost leaning to the old man.
Yeah.
At the Unity Party, but he saw the way things were going, and he just went back because he attended some of their events at the start. You know, of when you start a party.
Then way down the last row, that's the fourth row. On the left is Councilor Tiawan Gonglo. That one I just gotta know him because of my nephew. But you see.
That next to you, that Arco, that's a Lucini Camara there. Next to him, former Minister of Finance.
Oh, okay. Now, you know, I have not actually seen some of these people before.
You don't have to.
Yeah, but this is a country of 3 million, 4 million, 5 million people, and then you got 20 candidates. So let's do some quick math here. Let's raise our population high up to 5 million. Then you get 20 candidates. So if 400,000 people vote for,
how many total voting people voting anyway? You know that?
Well, I think 2.2 million plus people voting. I guess that figure just came to my mind. But over 2 million people voting. So you got 20 candidates. So even if 100,000 people vote for one person, they all be tied. Can you imagine? So we not have a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, what we're talking, we're just making fun out of this, but it's a serious thing. And to be frank, this is a country that almost depends on the outside world for almost everything that we use.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we're having all these people wanting to become president. Ask yourself, there is something that these people want. And they come under the guise of, you know, saying, we love a country, we want to build a country. All of you here, no one political leader among the 20 has stood up to tell the Liberian people that I hate Liberia. You all say you love Liberia. So if you all love Liberia, that means you got that one thing in common, right?
Yeah.
So then why would all of you divide? If you all love Liberia, why would you want to divide on different platforms? Come together. Because what you want to do for Liberia is to develop Liberia, you love Liberia. So you come together so that you can all condense into one big group with all the ideas you have. Even if you come to 5 top political parties, good, or 4, good. That means all the rest of you all compare notes. Say, no, let me compare notes with Jemima. Your point number 1. Then your point number 1 here. You say your payroll. Then my point number 7, I say our payroll. So what we get here, bring it together and make it one point. Then my point number 2 say, I'm interested in education. And your point number 7 or number 10 say, so you know, it's the same. Compare notes, make sure that you can condense yourself into one big powerful group to go against the ruling party that is not doing the right thing by the people. But you all divide yourself. So it boils down to the point where people will want to believe, people including me, will want to believe that we are not interested in our country. We are only interested in what you can get from our country.
Linford, that's a good point. Linford, just to let you know, we may not go by there. I'll just give you the names of the presidential candidates on our ticket. Probably we're not going by the name. Just to let you know why they skip the debate. We'll talk about that later. But the problem here, we want to know, we got 4 more days to the election. We may be calling their names. I'll start with Edward W. Appleton. That's from the Grassroots Development Movement. And the second person to that will be Joseph Numa Boakai. You know,
the one I can recognize, I'll point to them. Joseph Numa Boakai is
that. What about Alan Arrow Brown Jr.? That's from the Liberian Restoration Party. It's another candidate. They've got Alexander Cummings, they're from CPP, that's Collaborating Political Parties. We also have Simon C.M. Freeman, that's from the Movement for Progressive Change.
Yeah.
You know that, right? We've got also Councillor Tiawon C.A. Gongolo, that's from the Liberian People's Party. We also have Lucini F. Camaro Sr., that's from the All Liberian Coalition Party. That's I think that's the one next to Tiawon. Then next to him, got David G.B. Cameron. That's on Democratic People's Party of Liberia, DPPL. You got Alexander N. Colley. Also, that's from the Reformer National Congress. And we also have Sheikh A. Kuyate, that's from the Liberians First Movement, FLFM. We also have Deklu Kura. That's the vice president of we have independent candidate Bintu Aliman Kroma. She's an independent candidate, Linfo.
Yeah, one of these two ladies. I didn't hear this one.
Bintu Aliman Kroma is on an independent candidate. She's one of the ladies. She's just independent. And we got another person who's also the vice president, also independent. We got Richard C. Miller. It's a Party for Liberians for Prosperity, LFP. We got another party link for. We have Clarence K. Moniba from the Liberian National Union. And we also have Robert Franks Morris, independent candidate as well, link for. Sarah Bislow Yanti, African Liberation League. We have as well as William Weir Tudor, that's from the Democratic National Alliance. As we also have Joshua Tom Turner from the New Liberian Party, NLP. The incumbent is actually Dr. George Manuel Weir, a coalition with Democratic Change. We also have Erasmus. No, that's Erasmus. Jeremiah Wopo is from the Vision for Liberia.
Jeremiah Wopo right here.
Wopo is he's from the Vision for Liberia Transformation, VOLT. That's a VOLT. And also on the ticket link for Lutheran and UFI. That's for Liberian Rebuilding Party Rebuilders. On the last on the list, that's the last on the list. 20 presidential candidates. We got two independent candidates, one lady and one guy. The lady is Bintu Kroma, and the independent man is Robert Franz Morris. Those are all independent. 20 presidential candidates for a country that have less than how many thousand? 4,000 voters.
Yeah, we have 4 million.
No, how many voters? I mean registered voters.
Around 2 million people.
Let's put it to 3 million. Where are you taking from? Where are you? What do you want? I mean, there should be some guideline where they will stop people running for the office. And there should be some guideline where they will stop people from getting their name on that ticket to just run, because it's a waste of resources and time. 20 presidential candidates want to be president for the country that under 5 million, because we don't have the census yet. You can't even say we are 5 million, because about how many the death took away after 2014. I mean, from 2000 and from the time we were 1998 up to the end of about 14 years of war. You know how many lives it took away? We don't have the chance yet to build up, bring the reborn and regenerate. Therefore, it's a sad story for us. Very sad story for us.
It's really a sad story. But guys, welcome to the Bottom Line Liberia. Tonight we are discussing the elections in Liberia, what the sensations and the expectations. And like we previously said, I think a lot of people have beating faster now, because the clock is taking the time. There is no way we can stop October 10. I mean, you can't just stop it. Time is one thing I see that is so powerful. Time will come and go. Nobody can stop time and say, I'm stopping this time, let's stay with me. No.
But the way things like this, election like is common in Africa, you've been one of those journalists 30 years in the profession. I know something happened. You notice that you guys will be having visitors into the country. Who do we expect this time in Liberia?
Well, I want to believe that these elections are very crucial to Liberians, one, and then to the international community, our immediate neighbors, that's ECOWAS, West Africa, and then our outside international community, that is the PP countries, so to speak. But when we talk about the cruciality of this election, we look at the fact that this is the first elections that post-war Liberia is going to host solely by ourselves, without security being provided by the international community. And like the previous elections from 2005 all the way until 2017 last year, we had the presence of, our local friends, UN and ECOWAS, so to speak. But this trip, it is expected that our security will wholly and solely supervise these elections, and that we look up to them. So it's crucial in that respect. The second thing is that these elections are crucial to the political parties. Most of the parties feel that the President Weah must go, and they feel that they have that power to make President Weah go. And so it comes to the point where they just feel that they have to go in this with all of their might, and they believe that they have the numbers to unseat President Weah. So it becomes very, very sensational. Like I said, there is tension, political tension. I mean, not between two parties, so to speak, or all of the parties, so to speak, but within a party, within every party, there is tension. How they will strategize to go out to get a job done. So I think if you went to all of the political parties' camp, you see that tension, within their own ranks. Like, what can we do? How can we strategize? So these elections are very important, and the incumbent is also trying to prove point that he's done well according to him, and he feels that the people will be able to elect him, while the opposition feel that he has not done well and he has to go. So it's a very important election. And you ask, who do we expect? Well, I want to believe that we will expect our international community as usual. They will send observers. ECOWAS will be involved to the point that I think they will have to send election monitors as well. I think so. I think they've done that, and they got to send some officials that will come to officiate in a way, not to referee the elections, but to be there as the eyes of ECOWAS. Because in case of anything, again, Liberians will, God forbid, Liberians will be running to ECOWAS. So I think ECOWAS will do the best thing. They will do due diligence by sending their emissaries that will come to supervise these elections.
So, like you were talking about who we expect. So we want to bring in some faces, some new faces that are showing up, as well as I think United Nations also sending some observers. Lincoln, is that true?
Right, of course, the UN will send observers.
So we got some newspaper clip here. We're running here. We have. Lincoln, tell us who is this person? Probably who is he? Maybe one of those strange faces that are showing up in Liberia on October 10.
Okay, and like I told you previously, our immediate neighbors, ECOWAS, will be involved. They've been there before. They know how fragile elections like these can be. So they are sending Professor Chika. He's the head of the ECOWAS election mission, to Liberia, and he's not coming alone, because ECOWAS is also sending election monitors, observers. So he's only heading the mission of the ECOWAS election committee. I think every ECOWAS country that is having elections, ECOWAS can be involved, and they send their commissioner there, and this is the man. And his job, I don't know what his job will be in description, but I believe that his job will be to actually monitor and report to ECOWAS if there is any inconsistencies in the elections, if there is any confusion, what he observed, and that will not be done alone. He had to also consult other people should he have to make any report to ECOWAS.
Right. A little bit of his background. He's Professor Atiru Kiga, former chair of the Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria, INEC, from 2010 to 2015. He's leading the ECOWAS short-term election observation mission for EOM for the Liberian presidential, senatorial, and parliamentary elections, which will be on October 10th. He arrived in Liberia on October 2nd, and he was welcomed by Ambassador Josephine Nkrumah, who is the ECOWAS resident representative of Liberia. So, yeah, just a little bit of information. So, as we said, just an estimate of 2,471,617 voters. That is the exact people that registered voted for NEC. 2,471,617 voters. And the population, Liberia estimate is 5.7 million. So we expect, I got 15 senators, 73 members of the House of Representatives. We got 15 senators to be voted for, and 73 reps, House of Reps, to be elected. So it's going to be a very, very a hot season, a hot game. So I don't know what we think. 2,471,617 voters. And that's we are not even 3 million. And we got 20 presidential candidates. Oh, just what are we into?
And if you do your arithmetic, your subtraction right there, you see that the registered voters are not even half of the population, because we are 5,700,000. So if you get 2,470 something thousand, so we fall short of half of our population. But again, it's understandable, because the reason why you cannot get a full number of the population to register to vote is that a lot of them are now of voting age, and some of them are incapacitated, and some are just babies. So, it's understandable. But I think that's a very strong...
You're talking about, I want to cut you in there, just interrupt you there. One difficult thing for people that are, physically challenged, they don't have the opportunity to go voting, is it?
No, a lot of them will, some of them will not vote. Those ones that are mobile. I mean, I don't think disability is any hindrance in the voting process. As long as the person can walk, even if the person can walk, they have to carry him in a wheelchair.
What about those? What options were given those who can't see? And I didn't see that from the NEC telling us, if I can't see, I'm past the voting age, how do I vote? What about those who are blind? I mean, they can't see. Well, is anything options were available for them, like those who can see? And
that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
And that was not raised. Was it by any advocates?
Yeah, all of the discussions, I've not heard anything concerning people who are visually impaired.
Yeah,
because I mean, the vote, it has to be your vote has to be your secret. So if you are visually impaired, the person who is carrying you could influence you. The man will put your finger in the ink and put it to a different person vote instead of the person you want to vote for.
The NEC proposal, making those statement, we didn't hear, and nobody raised our issues. Why about those visually impaired? We were not given any options to vote. We got hundreds of them in Liberia. They were not having the chance to vote, so they are excluded. That's serious discrimination?
Well, I don't want to believe that discrimination. It could be oversight.
Oversight. When you have, they said, according to the Election Commission, they were saying that baby mothers, baby mothers, and those who are handicapped and wheelchairs will be given priority to go on the front of the line. They're pregnant women. Then that's another set of people. But what about those who are visually impaired? They were not being mentioned in our report, because I read something last week like they will give priorities to take the front line. Pregnant women, I think, and young mothers or stuff like that. There's something they were mentioning. And
young baby mothers.
Yeah. Now they will be given a chance to go to the front line to the front of the line to vote and get, so they can go home earlier. Nothing was mentioned, but those are visually impaired and other physically challenged people that couldn't get away to the voting line. So those things were not mentioned by any political party. Neither NEC didn't take consideration. We didn't hear that throughout the period.
Yeah, but I think it could be this way. There is a way to solve that problem. Though I don't know whether NEC addressed it, but I think there's a way. Then, for instance, if the guy is visually impaired, he comes to the voting center, right? And they prove by all account that he's impaired. Because at the voting center, they will have all parties will have their observers, their pool observers there. So they can ask the guy who you want to vote for. That's
No,
a
but
special.
that's not fair, Linfo.
No,
Listen,
it's fair. You
we
ask him who we want to vote for.
we
So
have
he
the
say, no, listen, that's the way to do it. If the guy say I want to vote for Linfo, then the representative of Linfo and maybe representative of other party will take him there and they put a figure in and make sure that if figure go to Linfo before they put the get before he gets outside. It's fair enough.
No, I think this is you're talking about the last minute where you can have the options available. What they would have if they were putting into the picture before from the start, they should have been speaking to a group that represent them. Group of 77, other groups are there. The handicapped, the blind, group of the blind are there. You could have a printing ballot papers as kind of simple or sample to show them where they can able to vote, where presidential candidate can use their hands. Where if those guys can go to school and learn using their fingers, they should also print special ballot papers for them where they can vote without anybody going with them into the booth in the voting booth to vote. That shouldn't be the case. They should be prioritized from the start, but they're not being prioritized.
But again, we cannot say because there was nothing mentioned about it, and I'm sure the blind people, I'm sorry to call them blind people, but they officially challenged people. I know they have sense. So if they were left out of the process, I know some of them would have raised it. Because I saw
nobody will listen to them.
I saw a video where the journalists went to the I think the group of 77, and he was asking these guys, and the guy said they will not vote. He said why? He said because the people they don't care for us, nobody won't vote for them, they don't care for us, so we're not voting. And they were asking the other guy who said their secretary died recently. I know secretary of security. Yeah, they were talking to the other guy. He's on security there. He's blind. He's security. So they asked him. He said a friend died recently. He was sick, and because the people don't care for them, so he got sick, and nobody cared for him. He died. So I'm sure that they have been voting before. This is not the first time we have voted Liberia. They've been voting, so they know what to do. So I don't think NEC actually forgot about them. But to be frank, I haven't heard this debate being raised on any media platform.
All right. Linfo, another thing will be visiting all in Liberia, like we talk about the United Nations, EU election observation deploy 40 observers. Apart from the West Africans sending their delegation to Liberia, I think Liberia election is a major concern to EU as well. They also sending 40 people to observe to see what will happen. This picture came from the Daily Observer News Spot Linfo.
Yeah.
So they are also watching us. They are big brother watching us.
I want to believe that the 40 observers are not all EU, all Europeans. What they do is, in these instances, the EU provides the money, then they recruit their own election observers. I think that's what they do. Right. And if you look at this picture carefully, you will see a couple of white people. You see this white guy standing right here. And then you see way behind, between that guy and the guy with a strappy t-shirt, somebody's there like, white woman, wait, let me make the picture big so we can look at it. Okay. So there's all white woman behind it. I think woman or man behind the guy with a strappy t-shirt. And then you see another white girl with hat. Then another one near the guy with the blue fire. So what they do is when this is approved by the EU that they're supposed to go to carry observers, they also recruit the locals, some of the locals. So I think that's the situation there. I stand to be corrected though.
Right. Okay. We were looking in the news recently. We also have that Mr. Comey was in the news lately. What was it? I think you have what was it all about?
Well, Mr. Comey has been in the news for several reasons in recent time. One, he's been going across the country. He's been to several counties. They were in Margibi a couple of weeks ago, almost a month ago. From there, they came to Monserrato County. They're supposed to be going to Bassa tomorrow, this Sunday, which is tomorrow. And I think he went to Bonk, and he was in Nima. Yeah. And this picture, I don't know, but there is another picture that I want to show you.
This picture was taken from Banga when he was in Banga. Yeah, he was in Banga at the time, and he was on a tour to Nimba. This picture, and now you're wrapping up the tour. You go from there, you go to Sarai, all the way to Banga to Ganta. From there, you wrap up election because on the 8th of October, that's the end of the campaign. So political parties, political aspirants, I mean leaders, presidential aspirants are wrapping up their political campaigns right now, their election campaigns, the trails all over the country right now, hitting every stones unturned, making sure that it touch every corners before they end comes in 8th of October, which ends the campaign for all political parties in Liberia.
Okay, if you just do me a favor, take down
Yeah.
that picture. Let me show you. Let me bring on the other pictures from, I think, Banga going to Nima. I think this picture is somewhere, I think, Banga or
Mm. I think
Nima.
what? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me
It
show
was in
the.
Delta, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So let me show the let me show the public how many sessions. Like for instance, you see this one, an aerial view. This is I think a drone picture, and also this one. I think, but Jima, what do you think? Even if Mr. Coming was in Banga, and he pulled this amount of crowd compared to the one he also pulled in Kakata, and the one he's pulling in Nima. What do you
So,
think?
if what people don't know, Mr. Kumi is really, really doing well. If you watched the last time he was in Bond County, when we went to launch the CPP in Bond County, that was massive. Nobody has ever beaten his record in Bond County lately. People don't take into consideration. And if you compare to those like the Joe Howard Taylor group, they are not done well against McCormick in Bond County, as well as in Bapolo and also in Bassa, where he really got. Kakata was another history. I mean, that blew my mind. It was a well turned up. So I can tell you, like, come October 10th, there will be a lot of surprises. Mr. Kumi is really pulling surprises. But what people don't see, we learn for is, this somebody else told the last time, George Weah brought this kind of crowd politics. He bring the crowd, go to the stadium, people pull, everybody come there, drink, dance, drink beer and dance and just go home. But they got
Yeah,
in the
but
market.
I,
People see that as a way of winning now.
as a way of no, let me tell you one thing.
That's not a defining moment. The defining moment is in the ballot booth, in the voting booth, where people will decide. On the 10th of October, we'll know who takes the lead. But people say they say, you'll be
tell you
surprised.
one thing.
You'll be surprised, Linford, that Theo Gonkolo will make some numbers.
Of course, I grew up in Monrovia. I know almost every part of Monrovia. The only places I don't know in Monrovia that are from across the bridge, going all the way to Logintown, Corway, and all the places. But Central Monrovia, I know well, and part of Cinco. I live in Cinco also. But the thing here is, if you look at the geographical, expansion of Monrovia, yeah, in recent time, Monrovia has expanded to, because when we were growing up, places like Duporo was staying in the bush. Okay, a few houses were there. But Duporo is a city now, and the city has extended to all the way to Ralphie, almost all the places.
Nizo and all the places that you can imagine.
Yeah, Nizo of Forest. Well, nobody think about Nizo.
Yeah. Behind that, going all the way to Carway area.
Where so clean the mission was, where so clean the mission is, what that place we used to go there to go start basket for crab. Yeah, a long time ago. So, but I will tell you something. The population of Monrovia cannot be more than even 2 million. Okay? Or let's say 1 million, 1.5 million.
Let me give you some information quickly while you're talking. If you look at the 17 districts in Montserrat County, District 4 carries 81,000 voters. Yeah? District 17 carries 71,000 voters. That's the two major districts that carry the massive voters in Monrovia, Montserrat County. And what happened? All those political parties had their rallies in Monrovia. So what do they think? Everybody's in Monrovia. So the mentality we have, those rallies that were happening, if you pull crowd in Monrovia, you win. The party wins the election. That's the mentality, and that will be surprising to most people.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is, George Weah comes out, he pull similar crowd. JMB comes out, he pull even a greater crowd.
Where in Monrovia?
Come out, he will pull it. So ask yourself, where are all these people coming from?
Monrovia.
Yeah, and how big is Monrovia? I mean, so it means that all the voters coming, the 2,700,000 and some more people that voted.
No, 2,400,000.
400 some more thousand people that voted. So it means all of them come from Montserrat County. But again, the thing here is, like you said, I remember around 90, right after the war, there was a group in Monrovia. They group here, they always wear that costume. Every morning they wake up, they sit down to a radio, they listen. Where they having elections, I mean, or not election, or wedding, or where they having wake.
Yeah, they'll come.
Nobody will walk.
Yeah.
If they having the wedding to looking time, they may leave or you start walking early in the morning. They may not go to attend the wedding. You will lead a wedding way on outside, you go to a reception, you go sit down and waiting. You get a spoon in your coat pocket. Okay? When they having wake somewhere, then they go there. Same wake is usually in the evening, they go there. So I know Monrovia hustle. So some other boy there, they say, my man, we're going for t-shirt. We're going to get our $5 to go stay on the land. How long to wear t-shirt when you go after? There's a picture that I posted one time right after the GMB march. The girl wearing GMB t-shirt right after the march. She took her, then she had wear t-shirt on her. Can you imagine? So you see, it's true that you said some people go there for several reasons. One, some people go there just to that boredom, you know. Some the people are working, some of them are working, so they go there because they bored. They go meet friends. Some people go look for a girlfriend. Some people go look for a boyfriend. Some people just go to dance and be happy, you know. So say no for gameplay, nothing happens. Some people just go there for fun.
Yeah, people will come. Like I keep going back to this political crowd thing, a polling crowd. You know, even those in the advanced countries in the West, where they have these well-organized statistics or pool, you know, political pool, opinion pool, or whatever pool they call election pool. You know, people will be sitting there, political pundits will be sitting there telling you what they think the result going to look like. You know what we do in Liberia? We don't have any statistics or stuff like that. We say that so the man pull the crowd.
Yeah.
You go to the corner, someone will tell you I like this person. That's all we use as a kind of statistics to say this is going to win the election. But what is going to go against all those on the 10th of October, then for you will be surprised what's going to happen on October 10th. Trust me, it will be surprised. Most people think that they're winning. We saw it happening already. And it happened here in the UK when people thought that the Labour Party were going to win the election. They were defeated big time here, and the Conservatives took power. With all those statisticians coming up with the political pundit, you know, giving all the statistics how the result going to look like. It went all the way around. People decide what they want to do. You go, those that are on the social media, those are in the various stadiums for the past days. They are not from like they are only from Monrovia. They're not even coming from anywhere. That's for not even from the closest city will be like Margibi. I don't think anybody came from Margibi or Kakata area to come. They probably could come from some Marshall area, you know, Boys Town area to be part of that stuff because it's not far from Monrovia. But the rest of the people from Ganta, Banga, other places, Bapulu, those are all the crowded areas. So the result will be like we should not be judging the result for the crowd pooling, which George were introduced 6 years ago into the country. So he became a opposition leader. That's a judge job tactics. You go and fill the stadium, they play music, dance booga. That's how you go. You got a crowd, and everybody doing the same thing. So if you don't pull the crowd, you can't win election.
Yeah, but and this is where the trouble is coming from. If you hear all the threats, your cheat, the country will finish, or all the kind of thing, because people already feel that they got a crowd. You know, I listen to the closing argument every morning. I listen to the last edition, like the one tonight. I'll listen to it tomorrow. So I listened to the one from last night, this morning. And there was this caller who called and said the CPP is just a participant. And also on Julia Jeff's show yesterday, you know, the United Party people have adapted this, that the CPP is just a participant. They're not any important in the elections. But look at the crowd that Mr. Coming Pool. So you mean these people are not human beings? Tell me, Sonny, you want to tell me that these people, if Mr. Cummings goes around the entire country, pulling crowd like this, this is just one spot, in one little part of the county, in Pong County. What if he want to, I think, whether this is Baga, but if he want to Palala, you will pull
small people. To Salary all the way going to
you will pull small people. And then in the 16 counties, and then you say that this man is not important, and this I don't understand. Again, they are not leaving any room for disappointment. You know, there is this guinea fowl. You know, a guinea fowl when they get raised. Guinea fowl don't lay all the egg in one place. Anytime that's only laying egg, it will scatter the egg because He said for eventuality, maybe snake will can swallow one. I'll say house somewhere. He always prepare for eventuality.
Can't put all the eggs in one basket.
No, he can't. It's scattered everywhere, different. No, he can't forget nowhere. When you can't check the snake, that's why
Linford, let's see what happened to CPP chairman Musa Bailey was in the news lately in Iba County. This is what happened. He said he will electrify Tapita. He will illuminate Tapita. So do you think the chance of Musa in Nimba? I think running on District 2 or the Nimba somewhere around. Where do you think he stands?
I think District 7, I want to believe. Around Secretary. I'm not too around with the political
district. Okay.
But I think Musa Belete, Chairman Belete has been working in Nima County for a while. He's from Nima, he's from Secretary, and he's well connected to the Mano Belt. And as you know, Secretary is one of the border towns between the Mano Belt and the Gio Belt in Nima County. When you come from Secretary, you start to push towards Tapeta, so then you enter the Gio dominated area.
Zole, that's our Zole, right?
Yeah, Zole. I don't know all those places. The only place I know that I walked, I remember I walked from your play bar from bar to Tower Town. So I was passing through places like Beletu and Swatu, all the places. I passed there. So, but they are very small. And one of the things I noticed about the Gio towns, the Gio part of Nima County, is that the towns are small.
Yeah.
They're small villages. Compared to the Mano section, they got PP towns. Because we border with Nima County and the Mano section, especially San Clan. You get some boys, some demons, and all those San Clan, they're PP towns. Then you go to Sikepa, you go to Owin, PP places. I've been to all the places. So, I think Chairman Belete has been working. So, especially if he says he will electrify Nima County, I think he means it and he will do it. And I think he's built some bridges. I understand he's built some bridges in that place and also made roads to connect to most of the small towns to Secretary. So I think he's making his mark, and I mean he knows what he's doing. So I think he will make some mark.
All right, and also this guy, Edwin Snow and Morris Otoma.
Oh my boy, Edwin Snow. Let me zoom in small.
I think we're getting up a new. This is from the news is from Front Page Africa.
Yeah.
They say Snow dumps Wia's Satoma in bombing senatorial race.
Yeah.
Why this time, Linford? Why do you think he will do this?
Okay. Not to palm up Edwin Snow. Edwin Snow is my very personal friend. We came from the MPP era. And Edwin Snow is one guy who I don't know, should I say he's determined or he just knows how to play his game. I wish I was smart. I was street smart. Yeah, I just wish I was street smart like Edwin Snow. I'll tell you a short story about him. Edwin Snow, when I got to know him, he used to drive for one guy. I think either Indian or Pakistani guy who has some logging company somewhere in River Cess. I remember they had a red Mazda pickup. Who was the driver? Edwin Snow, the one assistant right here. He was driving for the guy. At the time, we were in Habel working at the radio station. And one of our hanging up points was cutting tree. Coming from Buchanan, joining the road now to go to Habel. Cutting tree right there. So we used to be there every evening. I remember on several occasions, Edwin Snow and his bossman would come. They would stop. Edwin Snow is standing here. I said, different person. I said, behind me. Edwin Snow will be standing by the car while his bossman and us drinking. Edwin Snow, and then he waited for a postman. When they finished, then he go to Banga. But he's a smart guy. And finally, I think he made his way after Taylor Dodo. He and Taylor Dodo started going on. So Taylor, when so and they picking Bill Horace broke or they let Bill Horace broke or that, he entered life. And then like Costa once described Snow as a strategic lover. So he knows how to play a game. And he will also befriend you. I think he's a strategic friendship manager.
Were you calling opportunist?
Yeah,
Or you
well,
calling
yeah. Call him that opportunist, but I think it's not. No, there are a lot of people who are opportunists or who can get opportunity, but they do need make use of it. Being an opportunist and making use of it, they are two different things. Edwin Snow will get every little opportunity and he will use it properly. Even the Costa call him a strategic lover. This is a guy who all the women that are in Greater Liberia, he tried. He went to Taylor daughter. He got when the moment he entered that Taylor family, he became prominent. He was no more driver for that Pakistani, I know Indian or Pakistani guy who had a logging company or Malaysian guy at team. Okay. And then from there, fast forward, we came to Monrovia from Greater Liberia. The next thing we heard, Edwin Snow was at LPRC. the next thing we heard, Edwin Snow was big boy. Okay. So the opportunity came and he took it. Then the next thing we heard again, Edwin Snow start loving to the woman who is the chief justice today, Sanen Yo. Okay. And tap people. And then the next thing we heard again, I mean, these are all rumors, I can confirm it, that Edwin Snow is also loving to one woman who is the financial officer for ECOWAS. So, the board know how to. That's why I say I wish I was smart like him. He's my very good friend. And he has helped me before. When we were in Toyota, that's the thing I'm talking about. When we were in Toyota 93, 94, my son was really, really, really sick. And Edwin Snow was on his way to Monrovia. He gave me and my son lifts, so I carried my son to the hospital in Monrovia. He's a very good friend of mine, but we have not seen for years, more than 30 years. But again, like I said, Edwin Snow will hang out with you if he knows that he can get something. So he's very strategic in how he makes friends, how he even get girlfriends, and how he, enter clubs.
The question now is about why would he dump Morris Otoma in Bombay when he was with Morris Otoma and President George Weah. They were there when the citizens went to rally when they were booing Otoma. Why he would dump him at this time when he already endorsed him? Why would he and endorse the guy that he ran against 2020 during the by-election?
Yeah,
what was the guy? Yeah, what was the guy name again? He ran against one. What's the guy name? I'm trying to get his name. He ran against a guy in.
But the question he's asking. Yeah, it's a good question. You say why?
Why would he? There's a guy called Soko Dole. He's trying. He dumps to Morris Atoma. Now he's supporting Soko Dole, which he ran against.
I'll answer your question, but I'll start this way.
What do you think it will be the case?
Yeah, but I'll answer your question, but
but this is the whole question because he's a George, you're a good friend. George, you're a very good friend.
I don't have a scientific answer to your question, but I will start this way. I told you that Edwin Snow is very strategic in how he makes friends. Okay, and in politics, the politicians say no permanent enemy in politics, no permanent friend. This thing, Edwin Snow. You remember he was close to JMB at a certain point, and he and JMB fell up. JMB, even according to him, JMB threatened him. Yeah, he even read a message on Spoon TV, and he still got a message, I guess, in his phone.
The same Edwin Snow was the cause, the downfall of one time. I think in what's the old name? You should have what's his name? On the Ellen government, when Ellen first first term. He was, I think, a minister of state for presidential affairs when he resigned, or Ellen was away. Some kind of sex scandal broke out, and they believed that picture was.
Yeah, what a guy mean?
He owned this newspaper used to be called the.
He died. The man died. I just forgot his name.
All right, go on.
Yeah. But you see, like I said, Snow is very strategic. He's very street smart, and Snow is not that educated. He went to university though later on, but Snow, I can tell you, I know Snow. Okay.
But the thing is, I want to know why would I?
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. The strategy. He's strategic. You will look at certain point.
We believe because listen, I want to just get a point. Sarah, I got to you now. Because Morris Atoma was booed. The last time George Weah went to Bomi County, Morris Atoma took the microphone to speak. Even George Weah came himself to speak. To get the people attention to listen to the senator, but the people still booing him. booing Morris Otuma. So and he was there. He came up to tell you, you're listening to your senator. Your senator speaking. When he spoke, he received some applause. But Morris Otuma took the microphone, but started booing him. There was too much noise in the background. Even George Weah intervened, but nobody listened to them. So from that incident, do you think that could have been I can't support this guy. This guy is a failure. He's not going to be re-elected. So let me go for somebody that'll be liked by the people. You don't think that was the case? You might have dumped to Morris.
Okay. Yeah. Let me be blank with that question and blunt with it. I think that's one of the reasons. He sees that Setuma had lost the confidence that he had, or that the people of Bomi County had for him. He had lost that trust, so he cannot be re-elected. So there's no need to waste his time on him, because that incident he's citing is a clear example. But then again, go to the Snow himself. Snow was represented in Montserrat County, one of those districts. When he knew that the people losing confidence in him, what he did, he left, he went upon me. Okay? So you see, Snow, I told you, he's very strategic. He knows what to do. He will read the terrain.
He also served temporarily as a Speaker of the House.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, the guy he had issue we had a beef with was Willie Knuckles.
Willie Knuckles, yeah, Willie Knuckles. And Willie Knuckles died at the end of the day.
He had a beef with Willie Knuckles. I remember it was something with Willie Knuckles about some kind of sex scandal.
Yeah, where the naked picture, the sex picture came out for Willie Knuckles, and when the woman fell off from that thing, he didn't recover. No, but the point here is that, all in all, let me cost know what you want. But he's a very smart guy. He knows how to play a game. And like I said, Snow is not that smart, educated, smart guy. But, he knows exactly when to take a step to the next way forward, So he tried in Montserrat County when he saw the ground was getting tough. He left. He went for me, where he could have a easy ride. Now he's there. And then he looked at Setuma. The whole president went there. When Setuma tried to speak, the booing and the president. So everyone knows. He said about this, even though he's my friend, but friendship, they say no permanent friend in politics. So I can't get glued to a man who's going down the water. So we all will go. So let him just go. Now he went to support the guy who he once ran against. So you see, he's establishing new friend. And who knows that tomorrow he will drop that dirty guy and go to another person. So all in all, Snow knows how to make the next move. You are muted.
being the mute again. This is what happening here. Liberian ruling party complains opposition to international community. They are specifically complaining about the unity party to ECOWAS, AU, United Nations, and the rest of it. This is what is happening. Is it because of the political skirmishes between these very group, like between the CDC and the Unity Party? Is this what you think CDC is complaining about?
But what? Let me be frank. I have not read this story, so I don't know the details. What the people say? But you have to give my own analysis.
A new down newspaper.
Yeah, and this is what we do on the show. We give our analysis on the issue. My analysis about this thing is, if the ruling party is complaining, one of the opposition parties to the EU, the AU, and the ECOWAS and all these things, it makes me to ask, what has become of the justice system that we have in Liberia? I mean, this is the ruling party, right? This is the party that is supposed to oversee the justice system in Liberia. So if you, as a ruling party, something happened, you didn't control your investigation, you are not, gone to all, you are not exhausted all other avenues, and then you jump to go to international community to care complaint. So it undermines the very government, in a way, it undermines the government's ability to be able to, supervise the justice system in the country. How you control everything. You control the police, the military, the judiciary, the justice ministry, everything. and then you got a case with one of the opposition party, and you didn't even go through the court in your country, and then you jump to international community. I think for me, I don't know, this alone undermines, it speaks volume about the part, I mean, the CDC as a ruling party.
So you think that says that PCC is already failed? Because if you are complaining to the international community about political party, you can't even control your own justice system. You can't pull it. The two casualties or death that happened in FOIA recently between CDC and Union Party, and that I don't think, what is the story? I've not heard any arrest so far. If any arrest, we don't know how far is the case.
Yeah, I heard around 20 or 20 some people have been arrested, and the ringleader in that incident was also arrested at the border trying to escape to Sierra Leone. So he, along with some 20 other people plus, have been arrested according to information, and I think they will be investigating them. But the question here is, why is the government reporting, complaining? When you have the justice system, you're supposed to be investigating. So it means that if I have a case, yeah, I should just go straight to ECOWAS or AU, because I think they'll ask me, did you go through your court system, and what did the court say? So I don't understand. So
that's very
government undermines itself by doing that.
Therefore, I know we have all issue to look into here. There's something story about one time somebody said about this is a story. There was a write-up, like it's a political hot fire. This came from the New Dawn newspaper. It was done in May 31st, 2003. It's an old write-up. It was written on 1 June Mali. He said, Ambassador Baka dancing with the wrong devil. Did he ask the late president, though? Before I go and highlight some point, what do you take from this write-up, Linfo?
Well, I think we've said this thing. Liberian people have been saying this thing, but it seems as though people understand it the other way. Now, the person who wrote this paper saying the ambassador is dancing with the wrong devil. I don't know whether there's a right devil anywhere, though. But
the devils are right sometimes.
Yeah, all devils are wrong. I bet. So if the guy said that you are dancing with the wrong devil, so you should know the degree of your error, your mistake. Now, and then he referenced Doe, the late Doe. Did Ambassador Baka ask Doe? I think that's a very interesting part of that story. And Ambassador Baka is not a young man. He worked in the federal Doe government as minister, and I think he was part of that government for a very long time. And he sat down and saw how his boss, President Doe, the late President Doe, was captured, maimed to death by Prince Johnson. And for this Prince Johnson to now be the dancing partner of Ambassador Baka for political reason, that's even scary. Because it was the same political reason that got Doe into the trap of Prince Johnson. Now, the same Prince Johnson, just a fortnight ago, was supporting President Weah. And based on his support to President Weah, he mentioned that the people from Nima County were supposed to get some benefits, and they did not get that benefit. And so he abandoned President Weah. And so he went and nominated a vice president for Ambassador Baka. Now, the question Ambassador Baka should be asking himself, why is Prince Johnson nominating him as vice president? Except for the same reason that in the future, if Baka wins the presidency, that Prince Johnson will get what he wants. Because Prince Johnson, mind you, he's on record sanctioned by the Americans for something we call pay to play. That is, all of his political dealings got some payments done to him.
You want me to make it smaller, or you lucky like this?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
So if this man has been engaged in providing votes for people, for leaders, in return that he should get something. So therefore, former VP Bwaka to believe that he is with Prince Johnson simply because Prince Johnson loves him, then I think the old man needs to consult other old people to give him advice. And then the Prince Johnson is not hiding it. Prince Johnson came up and said he Bwaka is old, and so if they fight hard and he win, then is his vice presidential pick that will be doing the work. So
Yeah.
so I mean, how does Ambassador Bwaka understand this? Is it that he's not understanding it or he refuses to understand? So I don't know. And there is no other way that I mean he's 5
Yeah, I
years
mean,
older than me.
yeah,
So
you
there's
did.
no way that I can explain it to him.
No, you did a good analysis there. I just want to talk. There's something that you want to touch on. You didn't. I want you to go a little bit deeper into that. The
Hmm.
question is, did he ask the late President Doe? Something is in there that says a lot. That speaks volume.
Yeah.
Why we
Even
ask
though
President Doe? So it
I
was a
think when they
betrayal. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I want you to just mention that. What did you see in
the
that statement?
writer
Mhm.
the writer tried to
Because
leave us in suspense on that part, or he was trying to just
but
create
is this something
anxiety.
like Spring Johnson kind of tricked Doe into his own capture? Is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
what
but
they're trying to tell us? That's what you
that's what he
said.
was saying. But he wrote it. He said it in a way. I think you're trying to be sarcastic, right there, because ask though, even though it's impossible to ask a damn man though,
Mhm.
but the point the writer is making is,
Mhm.
did you see what happened to Doe? Did you see what Prince Justin did to Doe? That's why he said, ask Doe.
Right, right.
Now, my grandmother used to tell me, used to say, if you do know two, when they tell you two, you do know two, you look on goat hay. You see two horns standing there. The two things that standing there that are horn, that one two. So if you can remember, why you can't remember what happened to Doe? So I think the writer was trying to speak in tongue,
Okay.
trying to make a point
I will.
that
I will. Yeah, that's a good point. I will go through some point the writer highlight some point the writers made here in his write up. This was written by May in first 2003. I'm sorry, 2023. And this is a new down newspaper. It's called a political hot fire. Ambassador Barker dances with the wrong devil. Did he ask the late President Doe? Marley Jones. Jones Marley wrote this article. He said, I'm just picking a bit by bit live from. Probably you understand probably where he coming from. I like your analysis, close to what he has been writing. He said Ambassador Barker political romanticization with Senator Johnson could probably cause him the reminder of his entire political career for several apparent reasons. First, Senator Johnson is stigmatized with war crimes and crimes against humanity within the context of the then Liberian Civil War. Second, he's on the U.S. active sanction list, and the war crime is not an amnesty. The writer also said the third point is saying that Johnson fingerprinters are all over the broker deal, which may raise the eyebrows of the U.S. government. And the fourth point he raised was said that Johnson jammed Ambassador Barker's political space, which could affect Ambassador Barker's political relationship with the United States. Fifth, he said, Senator Kuhn, which is Jeremiah Kuhn, is Senator Johnson's first vice presidential surrogate to Ambassador Barker, which means the final death of the TRC honor Ambassador Barker if he wins the presidency in 2023. Moreover, the broker deal has widened the political enemy listing of Ambassador Barker. It goes on to say Senator Johnson being on the U.S. sanction list is a sign of political rejection as a persona non grata. At the same time, was it politically expedient for Ambassador Barker to accept Johnson's surrogate as vice running mate, knowing fully well that Senator Johnson is a war criminal in the eyes of the United States? Ambassador Barker association with Senator Johnson will be detrimental to the Ambassador Barker political enterprise in Liberia if he wins the 2023 election. So I just want to go down to the last point where he says like
Mhm.
Senator Johnson is a surrogate of Senator Johnson, we would be behind the scene, remotely controlling Senator Johnson politically. Senator Johnson did not get his wishes with President Weah that led to his departure from Mr. Weah. Mr. Weah, did Ambassador Barker investigate what went wrong before dancing with Johnson's? Senator Johnson, he said. But why would Ambassador Barker bless a deal that poisons his close relationship with his allies? Costa, that's Aaron Costa he's talking about, and Senator Yombly, as well as Ure and the UP wing of former Vice President Johnson Sirleaf. Was Ambassador Barker was as he claimed? So it's still a good read here, Linford, if you let me to continue. I got some point to end here. He said the political predictions. He said, but here is the real cruise of the pending political bombshell, which is most distasteful. There are strong political predictions that Senator Johnson and his surrogate, Senator Kuhn, will undermine Ambassador Barker if Ambassador Barker wins 2023 election. Here is the predictable layout analysis. Knowing Senator Johnson for his terrible, dubious, and deceptive operation in the past, the political predictions are as follows. Senator Jeremiah Kuhn and Senator Johnson will betray Ambassador Barker for Senator Kuhn to be president. If such a plot fails, President Barker ends his first term peacefully, then Vice President Kuhn will be the next president. But interestingly, Senator Johnson's party, MDR, will then be the ruling party under the watchful house of Senator Johnson. Consequently, since the MRD, which is the party of Prince Johnson, will be in power, Senator Johnson will then be instrumental in picking President Kuhn's next vice running mate. If Senator Johnson will not be in the Senate by then, President Kuhn will appoint Prince Johnson as Defense Minister of Liberia, which will result in a political outcry by Liberians at home and abroad, and U.S. will not stand by. Did you hear that, Linford?
Yes, I'm following.
A powerful write-up from that's from this is one of the write-up from the they were May 1st, 2023, written by June Smiley from the New Dawn newspaper, like Liberian local newspaper. Kind of giving the call for the story of political hot fire, analyzing what it would be like if Jeremiah Coons is the vice running mate for President Mr. Barker if he becomes the president of Liberia. These are the kind of predictions you are giving. So you're kind of giving the scenario what you're talking about. You're almost going to the level. Everybody looking for that end. And do you think, like, looking at the situation right now, do you think we're going to have a good friend from outside with Johnson being the pro-Sikh president of Liberia? Consider if Mr. Barker wins the elections. With the relationship outside, is it going to be, because for the past 6 years, we didn't have any good relationship from outside. We didn't have any good, visiting president or diplomat coming to Liberia. No business came to Liberia. And now we have Johnson, who will be the pro-Sikh president at the time, if Mr. Barker wins. So is this analysis, is this something you take on, you want to make comment on from the
event? Well, let me tell you. The writer said everything that people have been saying. This is not new. Now, as we speak, there is rumors, or there are some rumors that Prince Johnson, that the United Party people, due to their overconfident behavior, they have started dividing ministries and allocating agencies, making appointments.
They've already had a ministry. The whole government has been laid out. You don't know that?
Yeah. So Prince Johnson is demanding the Defense Ministry, the Immigration, and the National Port Authority. Now,
already.
This is a rumor from a highly placed source that is acquainted with United Party activities. Now, it's a rumor, it's allegation. I cannot confirm it or deny it.
Of course, you will see that happening. Yeah, of course, that's why he wants.
Being a Liberian, I know that wherever fire is or smoke is, there must be fire. Now, Prince Johnson is unpredictable. You will say one thing today, and tomorrow you say another thing. Prince Johnson made it clear that he was breaking away from President Weah because President Weah did not fulfill his part of the deal to give him what he wanted. Now he's been using the Nima County people, as a bait to draw politicians. He come and say I got the votes. So come and see me at the political golf. I mean, this is one individual that will look at the entire country that has elders. And then he says he's a political godfather when nobody elected him to be political godfather, or he said because you were elected as senator. Being a senator does not make you a godfather for the people of Nima County. Okay, that even here, this old man, so where they have problem. Now, so all of what the writer said is true. But there are a few things I want you to know about Prince Johnson. First and foremost, Prince Johnson is a liar. I have proof that Prince Johnson can lie. Sitting here, Prince Johnson, I've visited Prince Johnson base 2 different times, 2 different services back to back. Not alone, with 4 other journalists and 1 driver, 1 engineer. We met 2 journalists that are working with Prince Johnson. I will not call their names for reasons. Now, the first day we went to Prince Johnson base, we had interview with him. They cook food on that base. They kill the chicken, bring our president, they cook the food, they put in the people. Prince Johnson said, "Mama, you don't eat, everybody eat with our hand." The food was hard, stay more, we eat with our hand. We drain him into Prince Johnson. Let me tell you, Prince Johnson as a man, as ordinary Prince Johnson, he's very entertaining, he laughs, he will make fun, and we're having fun. Then Prince Johnson, before we could do the interview, Prince Johnson, that morning when we went there, we got there around 9 to 10 o'clock. Prince Johnson was wearing a white t-shirt, white polo t-shirt with green color, and green, and this right here, green to the
straps at the end.
Yeah. Prince Johnson came, he sat down by me and my man on the same bench, the long plain bench. Until we were dressing, me and my man, we almost fell down. My man. And Prince Johnson would be laughing, and he put his hand on my shoulder, and say, "My man, boy, I scared your talk, your dream." So after the first few bottles, we all begin praying, we're talking. Prince Johnson, before the interview, we finish eating everything now. Then he say, "Let me go dress so we can do the interview." Prince Johnson went inside and dressed in full military stuff. That was big jacket with a cap. He came inside because his man was doing camera. He had cameraman. They did the camera, everything. We did the interview with Prince Johnson. Then from there, Prince Johnson said, "You can let me show you your president." So I didn't understand what he meant. We entered Prince Johnson house like this. There was this glass, the thing where you can put your glasses, We saw 2 finger bones, no flesh on the bone. Get the skeleton, right? And the skull sitting down in the glass thing. Prince Johnson said, "Yeah, president, meaning 2. Because how many presidents killed? Only 1. But this is the same Prince Johnson that will come and say he threw Joe body in the water. So if you throw the man body in the water, how you might not get his skull? Because we asking, he didn't want to say you can't see your president's skull. And all the journalists that went there, only 1 is dead. The rest of us are alive. You can't say Allah. If you bring him, I'll gain instances. I will explain the story to him to know if he can remember. You'll remember.
You will definitely
things that happened that particular day. And then we went there the second Saturday. The second Saturday, we didn't really stay there long. We just went to a meeting because we had some discussion. Okay. At the time, the reason why we went there was Prince Johnson was now trying to make deal so that he and Taylor can meet at the time. And Prince Johnson sat us down, he told the whole story how he broke away from Taylor. He said, "Taylor and my father, nothing between the man and myself, but my own girl people we started naming people there, couple there, all the people there." So I mean, that all one is a start. So this is why I say Prince Johnson can lie, because if he can show those skull and those finger bone, then he say he threw during the water. So then how do I believe him? Which one will I believe? So that one it resembles a lie. Then the second thing, this is Prince Johnson who in a TRC report, if you follow it clearly, he will explode grenade in a Moa, and all the other people will die, he alone will live. So I know how he managed. Yeah, Prince Johnson is a con. Then Prince Johnson also said that he prayed for over a month so that Joe Walker will set aside normally Kanga and Costa and choose Jeremiah Kun. In that he recording with a journalist from Nima. Okay? Start talking about what I did to you. Yeah? Now, listen to something. Let me play. I got 2 of them, but I'll play 1. And this one, he's talking about Jeremiah Kun. All 2 about Jeremiah Kun, but this one, listen to it. Let me see if I can find it. So we just want to tell you when the writer writes that, he's not making mistake. Listen, folks. Oh, wait, I think I got it wrong. Let me see.
Google story.
Let me see.
You know, many times when I sit down,
Wait,
the vice presidential.
Wait. You're not too far.
Listen, my people. Let me just tell you something. Jeremiah, going too temperamental, too aggressive, negatively aggressive. Is that the kind of person you want to be under, Mr. Boycott? When you become vice president, will you not kick Mr. Boycott to become president tomorrow? Simply aggressive. Is that the kind of person you want to be under, Mr. Boycott? When you become vice president, will you not kick Mr. Boycott to become president tomorrow?
Okay. So this is your Prince Johnson. This is a Prince Johnson for you. Prince Johnson is saying Jeremiah Kun is negatively aggressive and he becomes vice president. He will kick Joe Baka tomorrow. But it's the same Joe Baka who would accept Prince Johnson to come. And the United Party people, they're living in this foolhardy war that, you know, we just want to use them. And then they give us the phone when we keep them aside. And of course, Prince Johnson is not your small boy that you get pushed aside like that. Prince Johnson will kick back. Okay? And who's going to vote for you? The Nima County people. And why are they voting for you? Because of Prince Johnson. So you think if you just push Prince Johnson aside, the Nima County people will say and put their hand between their legs? No. You're making a mistake. You United Party people, you got to put your thinking cap on. So we are off for big trouble. Let me tell you. If the Liberian people made mistake and elect Joe Baka and Jeremiah Kun, Jeremiah Kun, I understand he's a good guy. I don't know him personally, so I got nothing against him. But the only politically, this is inexpedient. It is not right. So if the Liberian project made mistake and elect Jeremiah Kun and Joe Baka, trouble will start right in the party and it will extend. Okay? Because what will happen is the United Party people, they feel entitled, they feel they get a number, even though they're forgetting that Prince Johnson is going to provide number 2, and they feel that when they win, because of what the rector mentioned in his write-up, that the international community might sanction or might not look at the government to be good because of Prince Johnson and blah, 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 blah. Because of that, the government might want to silence Prince Johnson. And if you try that, Prince Johnson will kick back. And how does Prince Johnson kick back? He got the followers. There will be confusion. Remember, he picked the vice president, and I'm sure the vice president is not going to turn his back on him. He also said something about this thing Jeremiah Kun in the other audio. I can't find it easily. It's on the same phone. And he said Jeremiah Kun is too damn greedy. He's corrupt. So you see, a lot of things this Prince Johnson has said to give Joe Baka clues that he is not somebody to be trusted. But anyway,
Linfo, why the Liberians are not seeing this? You know, why we are not seeing this? Majority of Liberians are not seeing this.
No, but you know, Liberian people, they're like women. I'll tell you one story about women. I mean, my mom is a woman. I got sisters.
I hope you take that.
I'm not going to be too misogynist. I'm not going to be a misogynist here. But generally, women are brave people. They let you take chance. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you the man there. Go out, go to the nightclub, go somewhere and see new woman and then the woman tells you, go to my house. You say, you start asking all kind of questions when you leave me alone. All kind of funny, you not feel really, but you may see woman get me say, go to my house. She will be in front. She didn't ask you questions, she didn't care what happened. And besides that, women are difficult to hear. You tell a woman stop. With the thing I tell her to do that I want to do. So I'm sorry that I'm not being misogynist here. You know, forgive me.
Let me just give me the first 100 days in office. Let's consider this a government of I'm looking at government of Joe Baka, right? With Jeremiah Kun as the president. The first 100 days in office. I mean, what do you think about in terms of jobs, the distribution of positions with the MDR's party, right?
They will do it. They will distribute jobs. They will distribute jobs. But ask me what will happen.
What you think? What is Prince Johnson be looking for? Position in terms of holding key positions.
Prince Johnson is a military man. Prince Johnson is a military man. He might want a defense ministry.
He might
want a defense ministry. He might want the immigration like somebody is suspecting, because those are key areas. Okay, and he might want a port.
But do you expect Prince Johnson to win the election?
Or the national security, huh?
Do you expect him to win this senatorial election?
Well, I mean, again, it's difficult. If the Nima County people will be smart, they don't need to elect Prince Johnson, because Prince Johnson has been there for 18 years. Why is he doing? Prince Johnson is there only, I mean, he built university for himself and all these things. So, I mean, the Nima County people, they say Prince Johnson say he fought for the Nima County people. He say he fought for Nima County. He did not fight for Nima County. Dofo Dolo and all the other people fought for Nima County. Prince Johnson was on the run. Prince Johnson was always escaping Taylor, running. That's why he was ahead. When did Prince Johnson ever turn around to face Taylor to fight? No, he did not. He was running all the time until he came. If there were anywhere beyond Monrovia, if the ocean were not there, Prince Johnson will continue to be running today. Maybe you will end up somewhere else. Okay?
He eventually ended up in Nigeria anyway, to qualify what you're saying.
Yeah. When he ran away to Nigeria. So you see, he's just a runaway man. But Prince Johnson claims that he fought for Nima County people, and so the Nima County people awarded him the senatorial job for complete two terms. So I think he are high enough. So I do expect Prince Johnson to win. And if the Nima County people will allow him to win, then fine. Again, we know the photos. Yesterday I had a podcast and I said something that I still remember myself. I said, there is this, sorry to say that, but it's stupid majority that makes a decision. And when this majority makes a decision, it's binding on all of us. Okay? So, and that majority is still there. You know, they don't think. They will say, even if you slap me, I'll say, show the other ear for you to slap it. So you can't do nothing about them. Those are the people who say our minds are made up. Our minds are made up. Whether we suffer or not, our minds are made up. So nothing can do. So I'm sure that there are people like that in Nima County who will want to die with Prince Johnson. They will vote for him until even, God forbid, the day he die, they say, yeah, I think you'll put me and the probably in the grave. So you'll find people will vote for him, but I want to call on the people in Nima County not to vote for Prince Johnson. Try another person. Prince Johnson has been there for element for you, as he said. You are paying him for complete 2 terms. That's too long. He built university, he can live on that money.
And all the political games you play, you've been paid off for it, so you got money out of that already. So anyway, yeah, good analysis. I like what you just said about the political climate in Liberia, the political space, and they've been playing in. The worry people have right now, Linford, is Jeremiah Kuhn, Honorable Barker leadership. That's the fear we have right now, because what you've analyzed, that the alliance with Prince Johnson is another factor, right? Because after 6 months to 1 year, there's a chance that they will incapacitate the old man, one way or the other, keeping out of the game, putting, because constitutionally, when the old man is incapacitated, he's not allowed to run the state anymore. Then the vice president steps in. It could be that the old man is not medically fit to run the country. That could be another medical report will be soon out that Jeremiah Kuhn will take over and end his term, because he has to finish the old man 6 years before any election. You have to finish the old man 6 years before any election. So we are saying that Prince Johnson will be the proxy president for that country, because Jeremiah Kuhn is a surrogate to Prince Johnson. Now, look at, somebody just said, the writer just suggested or advised that, predicted that if Johnson did not win the election, the senatorial vote are coming up in October 10, the chance that he will become the defense minister. And that's going for a good defense minister for life, because he's not going to get dismissed. And that's another term of another more 6 years in power, because if the government is there for another 6 years, he's another 6 years. So he adding up to his wealth. So where are we at this moment? So do we really qualify the fear we have with Johnson in the background, Jeremiah Kuhn as the vice president, Honorable Ambassador Joe Barker as the president? Where do we see Liberia in the next 2-3 years under the leadership?
Well, again, it's hard to predict anything in politics, but if we should rely on our own experiences in the past, and then considering who the man Prince Johnson is, a leadership where Prince Johnson is very close to is prone to a problem. For the fact that he will want to be heard, he will want to have weight in that government. The fact that he provided the vice president, and if that government will want to attempt to downplay his, activities, I'm afraid there will be problem. It may not be a full-scale problem that will come to public glare, but it will be in the government, within the ranks of the government. And that alone can hamper the working of the government. Now, we heard, and almost saw something similar between George Weah and Joel Howard Taylor, where Joel Howard Taylor was sidelined for some time, according to what people said. And she was like nominal. She couldn't, at a certain point, she couldn't even attend some state functions. So, that is not healthy for a government, because the president and the vice president should be working together, So I think a government where Prince Johnson will be a part of, that government will have to have some tough time along the road, somehow, some way. But again, we can't wish evil for our own country and say, well, it'll be a bad sign or whatever. But again, we just got to take precautions.
Yeah. So we definitely with Joe Barker government and together with Jeremiah Kwanzaa, we are still not out of the woods yet. I said with the Joe Barker leadership, Unity Party leadership, we are not out of the woods yet. With Johnson in the background, we don't expect to see anything better in the first 1 or 2 years, because what you've just analyzed from the write-up we just read with regard to Johnson being the player at the back, and where Jeremiah has been playing, the old man is not healthy to run the country. And even the last video you showed yesterday in your podcast, where the old man couldn't see what he was saying. I mean, you were disoriented, don't know what you're asking. What do you expect me to speak? What do you expect me to say? And when you ask to address the press, so those are signs that the old man is not mentally aware of his presence. So, and we're taking him for another 6-year term. So we have a trouble at hand. We hope all go well for Liberia, and we'll be here again on the we don't want to be here again repeating what we've been saying all the time. We hope that people will make their mind up, because we got the best candidate on the ticket, which is Mr. Cummings. We've been saying it over and over that he has an offer to make, and he's one of those best persons in Liberia need to give a chance to try and make Liberia prosperous and make Liberia better, because we had a better chance. He got a better dream for Liberia. He's a visionary, and he has done it before as a corporate executive, so he can do it for Liberia. Man who run over 80 billion worth of project under his management. How much of a country that carry 800 million? So there's a mass difference. I mean, people will say political difference, and political leadership and executive leadership. Being a corporate leader is two different things. But I think that if you see any different, the line is the line is too thin to differentiate anyway. But I think any executive leader can run a country, depending if you run a country, a management like at that higher level. I think Mr. Kumi fit in that category, Linfo.
Yes. People who argue that Mr. Comey does not have experience in government and he does not have the experience to run the country, I think the people who themselves need some reading and some listening to do. Okay? Because I say this to say that they may not be informed. The fact is, governments across the world, they are more of company like you got to manage it. Government is all about management. Because if you cannot manage anything, you cannot manage a government. You manage in a country, so to speak. And that's why you have ministers, you have everybody, you have your lieutenants to work with. As a manager, you're the president, you are the manager. So you dedicate responsibilities to the lieutenants you have, the ministers, and all the people. Okay? So I don't see the difference between a corporate manager who also has directors and department heads that take instruction from him, and he managed them well, and the company runs well. So if you say this man does not have experience, so what experience you want? Or the experience in stealing, the experience in tricking the Liberian people and fooling them? No, that's not what the country should be. In fact, I've said it many times on the show, and I'll repeat again. Liberian government is not a place where you want to come from with any CV to carry anywhere around the world. because they will look at you. This government, this country has history of corruption. So your government is corrupt. You are being in government that is corrupt. So you yourself, you are still with corruption. So how can you be a clean person to go to a good company in the world with that CV from a corrupt? And Councillor Gonglo made a statement the other day where he said, have you seen a man fall in the water or a man come from in the water and not wet? You cannot serve as vice president in a government for 12 years that was corrupt and say you are not corrupt. So what were you? Were you injured? No way, not possible.
Yeah.
And nobody has conducted an independent audit of this woman. No. But again, I think the Liberian people, they will go to the ballots or the polls in 6 days time. Oh no, 4 days time.
4 days time, man. Therefore.
Yeah, 4 days time, and they have to decide who they want. If they make a mistake, they will be the one to cry again, and will just be helping them to cry. Because
you remind me of the somebody around Nukutan area when somebody, if you die, you don't have relatives, they'll pay something.
They got the crying team. You can go, you pay them.
I love that.
Yeah, you pay them, and they can cry for you. So we'll just be helping them to cry. Because at least some of us, when they break, we can go look for our daily bread getting. But this is a group of people who will not feel what is happening to them. And hunger is not something to say you can transfer it to the next person. Sickness is not something you can transfer. So these people are being hungry. They have felt what hunger is, what sickness is. But then they don't know. So I don't understand what type of people these people are, Liberian people. But again, they say the people who they know that the people they will vote for. And like I've always said, if you're sick, you get something that's sickness, the people you know cannot hear you, then stranger come and want to hear you, you say, I know you, so go. That who will suffer, and are you? So we is that.
Linford, I know we have time is fast spent. I just want you to give you a little bit of your take on this. Why is it that the presidential candidates are escaping political debate or presidential debate in Liberia? Why would that be? Because one newspaper headline just said today that political parties or presidential candidates are escaping debate. What could that be? What would be the reason?
Yeah, but Chima, is there anything for you to wonder about? The answer is clear. Because, no, I made my podcast yesterday. I said, Liberian people are the employers. We got a job. We are giving these people a job. They're looking for a job. So if we who own the job are not calling the people, we're not demanding the people to come tell us why they want a job and how they can do it. So it need people take upon, imagine yourself, okay, your current work, then you find another job that is very lucrative, that will pay you lucrative salary. And then the person who's supposed to give you the job, they didn't call you for interview. You may tell you say can't work. In fact, with my man, that you the one say can't work. They didn't ask you for interview, for CV, nothing. You think that you will go there and say, oh my boy, interview me before I do your job?
Yeah, I qualified to get a job. So even another thing, saying something don't even matter because they don't even listen to anyone anyway.
Yeah.
So
the people say their minds are made up already. So whether the candidates come and talk to them or not, their minds are made up. I tell you something. No, the illiteracy is what's killing the people in Liberia. And then they blame the government. Imagine people going to elections, major election, presidential election. The candidates that you're going to vote for, that you say your minds are made up for, they didn't tell you what to do. Then at the end of the day, they want to hold the candidate responsible. That was George that told them. Say, but the people, I don't tell the people anything. I say I'll do anything for them. They voted for me. So now that at least I done something out of my own will, because they didn't hold him responsible to say come and do this. Yeah. So you don't expect the candidates to go waste that time. They gotta go. All they need to do to go talk to the people because the people minds are made up already. Say you'll vote for me. They will not ask them. The people will not ask them what you do for me. No.
Anyway, time far spent. I think we've been here for almost roughly 2 hours now. Now, Linford, tell me how you're going to tell us, and tell those who follow right now, and those who will listen to it later, how you're going to be like from on the bottom line on the election day.
Well, we trying to set up our team and on the grounds. We will liaise with some of our people who have contact with on the ground, who do live, who will be at the polling stations for some updates. So the bottom line will be active, we may be sporadic, meaning that we'll be following one story from one center, and if there's another interesting story on the other side, we'll join them. And so we will actually do our best. You know, we are not one of those big platforms, so people think that we do not have the information. We have the information. In fact, the big platforms, they will play around, but we say the truth. We say the rough facts, very rough and raw. We say, we give our opinions. We say what we mean. We're not going to go after one individual and be causing a person like what they do on the PB platforms. They get one politician and cause a man, the man family. No, we don't do that here. What we do is we discuss the issue. So the bottom line will be a live on Christmas Day, next Tuesday. I mean, not
on Christmas Day.
The occasion, not Christmas Day, but on Election Day. Like what we said earlier on, the sensation and the expectations, just like Christmas coming, and everybody expecting that day. So on Elections Day, we'll be here, we'll be following from Liberia, and we hope to do our best. And so we urge that you join us. You know, that's the best we can do for you. And we want to call on the voters, especially those on the grounds in Liberia. Vote wisely, because that one little paper you're going to put in that box will determine your next course of actions and what will happen to you for 6 years again. You don't want to be crying around here. You don't want to come back and start crying. How? When you know that it will be hard already, you already know it will be hard. Then you go, you make it harder, then you come crying. My people, your thing. No, it's not bad to try new things. The past, Joe Walker was there 12 years, you saw it. Nobody needs to explain to you. The present, George Weah is there, you'll see what's happening. So the future is Mr. Cummings and Charlie Bronstein. These people had never held governmental position in Liberia. You can't point to anything bad that they have done. Try them. There's nothing wrong with and try new things. That's why we even go to the my share here. I like it so much, but I can still go to the shop and buy another share. Nothing wrong with trying new things. Even though you have the other one, then you'll say your minds are made up, but there's nothing wrong with trying another thing.
And now we need that to add to Lynn for what you're saying, trying new things that show durability, that shows that I can provide, and it shows good record. If you buy a new thing, you're looking for something new, what is in that new thing? The new thing has a record of showing things good. It can last for long. So it will give you something, you got benefit out of that new thing. This is what Linford is talking about. Mr. Kuma is that with Charlie Bronstein, they are the new thing. They got the potential, they got the capability, they can deliver, they can change that country in the next 6 years. The first 2 years, you see that it will make that difference. So he said.
One quick thing I want to close on, then Jamaica can close is, you know, let me tell you one story about women. Women like who know you. Women, that's who knows you, women like it. Because I in Norway, if I go to Liberia, Norwegian company can. Whether they're looking for people, you can bring PhD with a degree, you carry there. When I go there, I speak that language. They know I live in a country. They say, oh, but I think they may Ali can relate to us small. You see it? So they will deal with me first. Mr. Comey has worked in the international community. If Mr. Comey is carrying any community to Liberia as president, they will not, the people, but who they man? Okay, the man will call and they look at a man record and say, well, I think we can trust him. But take a Joe Walker who has no outside contact. Joe Walker, that local hero. George Weah, people say George Weah, they play what people know George Weah, that on football field. People, George Weah live in Europe, they get an end of us here.
The old man says yes as ex-vice president. Where did he go? Tell me.
Yes. After he ex-vice president, where had he gone? He go to America, he go to the board. Costa they're carrying, he live in Costa basement. Or when they want for him to live good place, they want me to know, they go rent Airbnb. Those of you know Airbnb, that people who get a house, they rent it. They're not sleeping there, but they get rented to people for a short time. I saw him saying in the rattan chair in one Airbnb place. And then they came to donor shop, they buy donor for him. The whole president, what you want for, what you say your mask made up for? They buy the donor for him, finish eating, then again they pardon donor, say, we can the pardon donor home. Then they will do that, then they can't take a picture with the pardon donor in hand. You see that? the men get no contact. Send the men go to America all the time after being.
You know what happened, Linford? Before close, I think we got a couple of minutes down to close.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
What happened here, Linford, is like you notice, like when you have ex-vice president, a lot of ex-leaders in Liberia. In Africa, a lot of things happen in Africa. They'll put you on those diplomatic missions, ECOWAS missions, EU mission, United mission to go do some job. The old man been sitting for 6 years. He has not gone anywhere. He sat there in that place, roaming around. Just post out, grabbing on ear, carrying to America, bring him back. You got to carry a range that they're going to have a fundraiser for him. They'll bring him back. There where you go to Nigeria, go to Ghana. Some of the arrange this trip for him. He has not attended.
He going to Nigeria and Ghana. He's going to Nigeria. Who arranged it? The Euros.
You complain you don't have money. So you live on 12 years, you have money, say you're living on loan. So the money, all the loan you have, when you become president, that money will take pay by a loan. So you guys say live on loans. 12 years.
So like you always say your mass are made up, you're thinking about your children. No, I said it yesterday, I'll say it today again.
We'll play the video back, Linford. Linford, the video you're talking, we'll play this video back. If the old man becomes president, we're going to be playing this video. We got a couple of videos, we've been saying this over and over. We'll be saying this. We don't want to repeat this because we are worried about saying that we got nothing against the old man. We're talking about Liberia. We've been saying this for the past 3 years on this very platform that we need to decide who will run this country. Liberia is for every one of us. Does not belong to one single group. So it's not a trial play or try the old man after 12 years. You're vice president. The old man who is desperate here. He's already spent 12 years.
The thing is, they want the same group of people who were there before because they see the loophole. They want to use this old man. They're walking in the shadow of the old man, because they cannot stay alone. So they push the old man. Like I said yesterday, the old man, the way he said breathing, the man say, hey, papi, get hold your breath will be breathing small until after election. After election, you make it, you go say, not buy again, and live with that.
And one thing you notice, Linford, they're not carrying to anywhere to Tension Park area. When he went for that rally, they just took him, showing he went back. So they just have to carry him, keep him under control. And you see, and when he went to Lofa doing that by-election, they have to airlift him because he couldn't go by car. So a lot of things have to happen. Oh man, they'll be keeping that guy under serious control to make sure that after inauguration, consider he wins now. After inauguration, the maximum period, mark my word, it will be 6 months. Maximum 1 week, 2 weeks. We'll be handling about medical report. No medical complaint. The old man is not feeling well. The old man going for medical report. The old man want to do this. The old man want to do this. All the report, big fact coming up. We don't know about medical report now. You'll be hearing after 2 months.
Yeah.
The man not feeling well. We're taking the hospital for medical report. Right now, who has done something to
President Joe Biden is traveling to India for a checkup. and who taking over? Jeremiah. You see it? So, but the United Party for not using their head. Then Prince Johnson will rock it. Me, I just said I'm waiting for a drama, but again, that God forbid, because he will not win.
Trust me, you're not going to Liberia for another 6 years because Prince Johnson will now invite you. You go to see that platform telling
you. Man, I don't want to.
Anyway, there'll be a nice time, Linford.
No, but Prince Johnson, no, to be frank, if you sit down with that man, you're talking, normal talking, a good man, he can make fun.
Prince Johnson is not about being Liberia being belong to him. We talk about Liberia for every one of us. So if we are analytical here.
If I see him want to do anything to me, I say, okay, probably, you might hear you slapping, but me, are you talking the truth? Yeah. You might be, bro, are you talking the truth? You, yeah. I say, you, yeah. If I lie, tell me, say, you lie. But I'm lying. I say the truth. But you see, the thing is, the Liberian people want to regret. They say, oh, if I had known. And this is a word that I hate to hear. Why you can't think before you say, if I have known? But again, this is Liberia. We hope that you will go to the polls and make your right decision. Jima, you can close us up.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Wherever you are, it depends on your time. We say good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Bottom Liberia. We've been here for the past 2 hours. Every time is from always Friday and Tuesday. We are here to discuss Liberia, everything about Liberia. And we just by way of information, we'll be here on the election day. From the morning up to the next day, we'll be giving you some, play-by-play description. That's all I'm going to call it. We'll be giving all the description of what happened in Liberia with regard to the election results and what happened on the ground. We'll be linking up to live broadcast, live feed from Liberia. In the meantime, by the way of information, we also watch on YouTube, Facebook, and also on our Borderline Radio. We also have our apps on the Google Play Store and also our place. You can download our apps and listen to it online. And we say thank you very much. You can catch you again here on Tuesday, which will be the big day. Before Tuesday may come up, check out, always click on the line, always share the show. and be a friend to Borderland. We are here for you, and we'll catch you soon.
Thank you. Okay, well, that's it. We'll be leaving you now. I think we've said enough tonight, and like Jima said, we'll be here on the elections day, and we're hoping that Liberians will go to the election and let it be peaceful. Me, that's all I want. Let it be peaceful. Your elect John Brown or your elect Mary Peter, but let it be peaceful. Let it be peaceful. We don't want anybody throwing PT. We don't want anybody causing any trouble, because if you cause trouble, that you alone will bear it. Nobody want to go that route again. But in the meantime, I will tell you that my candidate is Mr. Cummings. He's the one I want you to vote for. And who the Liberian people want, listen to that one. Who we want? Who we want Cummings? So the Liberian people say, the one.
Yeah,
Mr.
so
Cummings.
by the way, there's a victory song here, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.